you found grace in my sight, and I know you by name. Can I just read verse 17 again to you? Because read and think that it sounds to me like Moses won. Moses was bold. He asked God for something, and God said, Moses, you got it. Let me read verse 17. Let's see if we get that again. So the Lord said to Moses, I will also do this thing that you've spoken, for you found grace in my sight, and I know you by name. When? Moses, you boldly approached me, and you said, God, we're not going forward unless you go with us in your special presence. The promised land itself isn't worth having if you're not there. I'd rather have God in the wilderness of Sinai than be in Canaan and not have him. And what does God say in response in verse 17? Okay, Moses, you got it. I'll confess. If this was me, and oftentimes in my relationship with God, the chapter would end right there. I had the spiritual perception. My eyes were enlightened enough to where I could pray a prayer, boldly asking God for something that was truly good, truly wise, filled with spiritual perception. This was a godly prayer that Moses prayed, and God said, yes, I will answer it. If it was me, it'd probably be, close the chapter right here, we're done. Thank you, Lord, you answered my prayer. Moving on. I want you to look at verse 18. And he said, this is Moses, my God. And he said, please, show me your glory. This was in a response to a yes answer from God to a prayer. It wasn't like, no, Moses, keep asking, keep seeking. Once you ask for it, you get it. He says, Lord, if I can be even more bold before you. Thank you for answering the prayer. Thank you for assuring us that your special presence is going to go with us, because it's not worth taking another step forward unless you are with us. Lord, that's not enough. Lord, please show me you. What was Moses even asking? Moses won this yes answer from God, but it wasn't enough. He wasn't satisfied. He wanted more in his personal relationship with God. And this hunger for more of God, this longing for a true and a legitimate experience with God, that is a mark of true revival and true relationship with God. Whatever Moses in the past had experienced with the Lord, and I'll tell you just in a few moments, he had experienced plenty. But whatever he had experienced before, it's as if it wasn't enough. He says, Lord, I need more. I want to know you in greater ways. I want to know you in deeper ways. Lord, show me something of your glory. Now, brothers, I'm not talking as if Moses was a man who knew nothing about deep and meaningful experience with God. This is the man who encountered God at the burning bush. If you encountered God at the burning bush, you saw a bush that was on fire but not being consumed. If God spoke to you, I don't know if it was an audible voice, but it was real enough to where it could have been audible. God spoke to you in a powerful, real way, revealing himself to you as the I am. If God did all that with you at the burning bush, that's enough experience with God to last me for a lifetime. That wasn't all with Moses. This is the same Moses who saw something of the glory of God when God appeared before the people as they begged for meat. Exodus chapter 16, verse 10 tells us that God came in this sort of transcendent cloud of his glory. And then later on, in Exodus chapter 24, it says that Moses saw something of the glory of God when God's glory rested on Mount Sinai, and Moses was up there with him for 40 days and 40 nights. That was some mind-blowing experience with God that I've never had. But despite every one of those previous experiences, those didn't I see something about who you really are. Lord, I want more. Please show me your glory. The Hebrew word for glory is kabah. That word, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. I said it confidently. That Hebrew word, kabah, it means not only glory, it means weight, substance. Brothers, I want you to know what Moses asked for from God was to know God as he really is in weight, substance. I'm trying to choose my words carefully. The broader Christian world today, there's a hunger for experience with God. Matter of fact, sometimes people are like, just give me the experience. I don't need the word. I don't need the forms of church life. Just give me an experience. Give me a jolt. Now, that hunger for experience in and of itself, I think, is good and God gives. The problem is that in many quarters of today's church, the attempt to meet that hunger for a real, true experience with God is being answered with something that has no weight, no kabah. It's light, it's frothy, it's like a jolt, but it has no substance. And brothers, I'm here to say, if you've got a hunger for a real experience with God, praise the Lord. I don't despise it. I wish there was more of that hunger among God's people. But you've got to be determined that it's not going to be satisfied with something light and frothy and just some kind of jolt or spiritual roller coaster. You've got to say, Lord, I want you as you really are, a God of glory, a God of weight, a God of substance. This was so much beyond what often passes for spiritual experience. Brothers, I got to tell you, my heart breaks when I see that. Because I see well-intentioned, oftentimes young people, young men, young women. And you know what? I respect those young men and young women. They hear the stories about what we've seen God do in the past. They hear older men and women talk about what God did in the Jesus movement. And it seems to them like 500 years ago. And their idea is, well, yeah, that's great in your day. What's God doing now? I respect that. I think God honors that. The problem isn't with the hunger. The problem is the way things are being dished out to try to satisfy that. And it's light, it's frothy, it has no weight, it has no substance. God did not despise Moses' longing to hear and experience something of his glory. So look at what he's going to do in verse 19. Which makes it so wonderful that Don has shared a song about this text with us last night. Then he said, this is God speaking to Moses, I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will proclaim the name of the Lord before you. I will be gracious to whom I'll be gracious, and I'll have compassion on whom I'll have compassion. But he said, you cannot see my face, for no man shall see me and live. When Moses asked to see the glory of God, the first way that God responded is he said, I'm going to show you my goodness. And brothers, if there's anything that's true about God, it's that he's a good God. Amen?